Hello, 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 and welcome to C.R.E.A.M Talks. Short talks about creamy subject. I'm your host, Snookajab, aka the Seat Swap Sniper King of Warzone, also known as your favorite Warzone streamer, favorite Warzone rapper. And today's creamy topic is about thirsting kills on big map Warzone, Verdansk. In the squad, in the team environment, duos, trios, and quads. Hi, Jace Kirby. Thanks for saying hi right away, right off the rip. Appreciate it. One of the biggest reasons your team is missing out on chickens in the big map Warzone has nothing to do with aim and skill. It's your obsession with finishing downs immediately. If you're prioritizing thirsting every down, you're playing for yourself, not the chicken. I see it every time I play with my friends, man, and I hope they're watching this. It's a habit, and it's understandable why it's a habit, because for the past year before they reintroduced, BO7 version of Warzone, self-revives were everywhere. I mean, they were easy to get. You could buy them. You were finding them everywhere. If you're a Rebirth player, you spawn with the self-revive. Even back in Warzone 2, we had our backpack. We could stack it with self-revives. We could have like 8 self-revives in our backpack, So thirsting, I think it really comes from that, But newsflash, on big map Verdansk Warzone, self-revive is practically non-existent. It is so hard to get a self-revive. It is rarer than specialist. All these players you're downing on the big map, they don't have self-revive. They need their teammates to get up. When you get it down now, it creates pressure. It gives you time and information. You don't need to finish immediately. You need control. Your team needs control. Smart teams use downs to force bad decisions against their opposing team. Getting it down, it's a chess move. It's not checkmate. When you when you go for a thirst, more often than not, you're breaking your position. You're overextending for that confirmation on a kill. You're abandoning the high ground. You're ignoring your cover that you have. You're coming out of that beautiful head glitch you had to get the down in the first place to go and get that thirst. Get that one added onto your score in that upper right-hand corner, right? Team rotations die because someone needed to get that finish. The moment you leave good positioning for a finish, you've already lost the trade. Your team has already lost the trade. Sometimes it doesn't hurt you. Sometimes you don't get punished. But man, I see it over and over again, dude. You get it down. You go through half your mag to get the down. You're under fire from the rest of the team. That's all coming to the aid of that teammate that you downed. You empty out your mag to get that thirst. You go down a split second later. If you got that thirst, you got that kill, didn't you? But you could have just backed off. You could have just played it up. You could have let your teammate know, hey, I got it down here. They might come to aid. I need aid. You know what? If they're good teammates, they're going to come aid you, and you're going to end up getting that kill anyway. You might get more kills. And most of all, you're going to be there for your team. You're going to still be alive. And maybe the guy does get up. Maybe he does get up. But you put an awful lot of pressure by getting that down. The opposing team most likely had to break their position to come help, to come aid. And now you probably know where they all are. So it's still a win for the team. And your resurgence habits, if if you're a Resurgence player, the habits that you have, they don't translate on the big map right now. They really don't for when it comes to this. You know, I get it in Resurgence. Everyone spawns with a self-revive. When you finish someone off, no diddy, you get that information of all the teammates getting the red dot pinged on the map. That's huge. You know, a lot of times you should be finishing. For real. And then you want to wipe the team as well. So getting that information where the rest of the team is more likely you are to actually wipe them and they don't resurge, right? And self-revives are everywhere in Resurgence. They're everywhere. Everyone has them. You can find them just laying on the ground on the map. They come out of chests, I think. I haven't played lately, but you know, I think you can still buy them even in Resurgence, right? So you got to get it out of your head that you're not playing Resurgence. When you're on the big map, there's just no self-revives. It's safe to assume they don't have self-revive. Now, granted, there's exceptions. You can get a self-revive. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's safe to assume they don't have self-revive. It really is, because it's more likely they have specialists than they have self-revive. Trust me, it's true. They're nearly non-existent on the big map. There are times when getting your finishes makes sense on the big map. You know, endgame circles, it's endgame. You know, you're getting overrun by the team. You know you're going down. You know you're going to get... It makes sense to make sure you get that guy out, okay? There's times when it makes sense. I'm not saying 100% of the time you should never try to go for thirst. I'm saying you need to think about it instead of just being that automatic reaction. I need my thirst. I need my kill. I need the guy on the scoreboard. You know, isolated fights where there's no third-party angles, you know, go ahead and get that thirst. Get it out. More information. You know, it's for this end game. You know how many people are left once you get that thirst. Confirming a threat before rotating. You know, the other thing is when they are alive, they can ping you. They can live ping you. So that's a big point. You don't want to be constantly live pinged. If you're getting ready to make a move, go ahead and get that thirst and then wait a few seconds so that the ping wears off. And now you can move freely, you know, without being pinged on the opponent's team's map, right? Or when finishing improves the position, when it actually improves your team's position in the game and not your own ego, not your own score. Finish when it buys your team something, not just your satisfaction. You know, it's about the chicken. It's about the wins, not your stats. If you're playing for stats, play solos, man. Play with randoms. Okay? Don't ask to queue up with me. Please. Chasing those confirmations is really inflating your losses as a team, not your skill. It's not even, in the end, it's actually not helping your KDA. Yeah, you get that one kill, and that's going to help your KDA at that one moment. But if you die doing it, that's only going to help you maintain that 1.0 KD. If you back off and go for a two-piece, that's helping your KD. That's helping you improve. That's helping you, you know, get team wipes. Smart players survive longer. They see more end games because they don't give up their positions over silly things like scores, like scoreboards. You know, if you want better stats, stop chasing finishes and start stacking placements. I'm looking at my friends list on the combat leaderboard. You know, there's not a lot of wins on my friends list on the big map. There's not. There's not. And this is one of the reasons why. No. Big map Warzone isn't about who finishes first. It's about who's still standing when it matters. Discipline wins games. That's C.R.E.A.M. All right. That's all I wanted to say. I think that pretty much sums up the topic right there. We'll see who listens. It shows in your gameplay. You know, we all watch the kill cams. We watch you when we're dead, and we see it. We see you go for that thirst immediately. That's your mindset. You got to change your mindset. It's a mindset. All right. But anyways, that's another C.R.E.A.M Talk. It's a beautiful day out here in Fresno, California. I got the sun bathing me, man. Finally getting some vitamin D, bro. Finally. Appreciate it. We had a good stream this morning. No chickens. I got a lot of clips, though. Got a big bounty contract on Metaphor that I went for a seat swap snipe on him, but somebody got to him before I did somehow. He sold to some other... I missed out on a chance, man, to get him without being a stream sniper, too. I had that bounty on him. It was exciting, but fizzled out. Didn't happen. We also tried the Jack Wardens, the MK2 Jack Warden shotgun, whatever you call them, crazy guns. They're fun, man. They're fun. They're not broken though, and they're kind of hard to play with because you kind of got to stand still when you shoot them. But I got some kills. I don't know if I got clips, but it was interesting. I might circle back and try them again. I also tried the hipfire Kogot build. That was fun. Yeah, mouse and keyboard hipfire Kogot. I don't know if it can really beat the Sturmwolf, whatever it's called, the meta gun, but it can compete. It can compete, especially if you throw smokes down and stuff, especially if you have specialists. It can compete. And yeah, we racked up some more clips. I'm gonna be on tomorrow morning, definitely be on early, 6 a.m. Pacific time, maybe a little earlier if I can get up early enough, and do another 2-hour session. I don't think I'll be on Friday at all. If I am, it'll be on in the morning again, but I got a big day Friday, so then it'll be on the weekend. We'll be back to grinding, playing. We did make Warzone top plays this morning. Check out your boy Mr. J Corp's Warzone top plays on YouTube. I'm on there 3 times. He has some nice comments too. And last I checked, we're at 446 subscribers. We're 54 away from hitting that 500. It's kind of leveled off a little. The holidays were huge. Thanks anyone watching this. If you subscribed, I know Schwammy Bob's in here. Anyone else? Nope, just Schwammy Bob. That's okay. People do watch it later, and hopefully they'll learn. Hopefully they'll learn about thirsting on big map, and just get it in your head. There's self-revive it's not there. It's just not. Just assume it's not. They don't have it. You know, you'll get your kills. You'll get more kills. All right. All right, but this is it's been another C.R.E.A.M Talk from Snookajab, aka the seat swap sniper king of Warzone. Can we play real quick? No, we can't, Swami Bob, because I'm working. I'm on my lunch break. I'm in downtown Fresno, California. Whoa! Where it is sunny and beautiful. I'm in the park. Gander, a little squirrel over there. Little squirrel operator handling his business. So you got to find someone else to play with, Schwammy. If you're on tomorrow at 6 a.m., I'm going to play a few solos, maybe after an hour of that or so, if you want to do a couple games of squads if you're up that early. Don't you have school, though, Schwammy Bob? I guess your school is out by now, huh? It's 3 o'clock here on the West Coast. But I think I should wrap it up. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for all the recent subscribers. Please like this stream. Please like the daily clip we dropped today at 10:15. And we drop them every day at 10:15. I'm going to get, as soon as I can get some editing done, we'll go back to 2-a-days. Definitely Saturday and Sunday, I still post 2-a-days, but every day. I got enough clips to do it, so we'll go back to 2-a-day clips. Check out Warzone Top Plays, where we made it today 3 times. And y'all stay getting that chicken. Have an awesome day. If you can't have an awesome day, don't ruin someone else's. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.